Okay, let's go to page 65, and this is lesson 2-2, and our objective is to solve conjunctions and disjunctions. Means what it means is that they are combined inequality, so there are more than one inequality. Okay, so let's go over some examples. So example 1 is let's graph the solution set of the conjunction. Conjunction means and. So you have x is greater than -2 and x is less than 3. Okay? And the way to do this is that you get a number line and you get these two numbers, so -2 and 3, right? So let's do one at a time. So this is -2 and this is 3. Okay? And so when you graph, okay, so graph one at a time, so greater than -2, so it's open circle and it's going to go this way. Okay? So that is this one here. So you got x is greater than -2. So that is that. Okay, and then you do this one over here. So you have to do 3 parts. You have to do this part, and you have to do this part. Okay, so you got x is less than 3. Okay, so that is open circle and it's going this way. Okay, now you have to apply the conjunction. Conjunction and means is whatever is in here and in here. So you have to be in here and have to be in here. So the only part that is in here and is in here is this region right over here. Okay, so that is this part over here. Okay. Okay, so again, and means how to be in the pink, and also how to be in the blue. So only region, the only part that is in the pink and the blue is this part right over here. Okay, again, and means how to be in both. Okay, and then from here, your answer would be just -2 is less than the x less than 3. Okay, and that would be your answer. Okay, so again, this match that. This x is all these little points, little dots in here, and this is that. Okay, and that's it. So again, if you follow this technique, is very straightforward. Okay. Okay, example 2. Not example 2, but just the one below it. You have the x is less than 2, or x equal to 2. Okay. So again, when you graph this, there is only one number, so just put 2 over here. Okay, so let's go and do this part first. Okay, so you got x is less than 2, so that means it's this right over here. Okay, and x equal to 2. Okay, equal is a dot. Okay, so that is this over here. Okay, again, whenever you see the little equal, it's a dot. When you don't see an equal, it's an open circle. Okay, so or means everything. Means it can be here or here, right? That's what or means. So or means it can be in the pink or blue. Okay, so that means you're going to include everything. So when you include everything, this dot will fill in the circle over here. So that means you're going to end up with this. Okay, that's what you're going to end up with. So your answer would be x would be less than or equal to 2. Okay, again, when you have the dot, okay, it's less than or equal to. Okay, and that would be your answer. Okay, so let's go to example 2. Okay, so you have 3 is less than 2x plus 5 is less than 15. Okay, so when you have only variable in one part, then what you can do is you don't have to separate. So I'm going to do 2 methods. Okay, so first you can just keep it like that. So think of it. So you want to focus on this part over here. Again, you want to solve for this part. So you have to get rid of that. So this is like I have 3 parts. So you have to -5 over here. Now if you -5 on this part, you have to do same for all parts. So you have to -5 on all parts. So you're going to get -2 is less than 2x is less than 10. Then now to get rid of that, so divide by 2. So again, your focus is over here. Now, once you divide by 2 over here, you have to do the same for all the parts. Okay? And then you would be -1 is less than x less than equal to 5. Okay? And so when you're doing the graphing, so it's kind of nice if you do it this method, because whatever you get, that would be your answer already. Okay. So again, over here, that means it's greater than -1, but it's less than and again that's going to be a closed circle, right? And it be less than 5. So that would be a graph. Okay? Now, if we were to, now that's another method of doing this is when you're doing the separation. Okay? So when you have 3 is less than 2x plus 5 less than 15. So you can separate into 2 parts. So one part is this way. Okay? So you can do one part this way. Okay? And this way, when you have this kind of situation, it's always and. So you're going to have 3 is less than 2x plus 5 and, okay? So again, you just get rid of this get rid of this part, and then you can get rid of this part. So it'd be 2x plus 5 is less than or equal to 15. Okay? So if you can keep the x in one place, you can do it this way, or you can separate. Okay? This method can work for anything, any format. This one only can work if you have only variable that in one place. If you have variable that you cannot consolidate, you got variable all over the place, then you cannot do this method. Okay, so let's go and do this. So again, let's go and move the variable to this side. Okay, so I get negative 2x plus 3 is less than 5. Then I'm going to minus 3 on both sides. So I got negative 2x is less than 2. Divide by negative 2, divide by negative 2. So I got x. Now remember, divide by negative, you have to change direction. Okay, and then you have to follow through. This is very important. You must have this. Okay, and okay, now let's go and solve this one over here. So minus 5 on both sides. So you got 2x is less than or equal to 10. Divide by 2, divide by 2. So you're going to get x is less than or equal to 5. Okay, and now let's go and do the graphing. Okay, again, you got 2 numbers. You got negative 1 and 5, right? Okay. So for this part over here, again, I'm going to color code for you. Okay. So for the pink part, it's like this, right? That's this part over here. Okay. The blue part. Now remember, this is going to be a closed circle, right? Okay. So make sure you know the difference between the two. This little equal line, you fill in the dot, and this will go like this. Okay. Okay. So the pink is here, the blue is here. Now you have to apply the and. Okay. So when you apply the conjunction and, it tells you that you have to be in pink and blue. The only part is in pink and blue is this part over here. This one is in blue, but it's not in the pink. This part is in the pink, but it's not in the blue. So only this part over here. Okay. And your answer would be negative 1 is less than x, and this is less than or equal to 5. Okay. And that would be your answer. And you should get the same answer, right? Now this way is longer, okay, but this works for any kind of situation. This one is quicker, but it does not work for all situations, because if you have different variables, if you have like a different x over here, like if you have like a 5x here, you got 2x over here, and you got like 3x over here, then it's not going to work for this method. So just be aware of that. Okay, let's go to example 3. Okay, solve the disjunction. Disjunction means or. So you got 7 minus 2y is less than or equal to 1, or 3y plus 10 is less than 4 minus y. Okay, so let's go and do this part, and do this part, and we can do the or after that. Okay, so minus 7 on both sides. Again, none up, don't go sideways, go down, and none up everything. So you got negative 2y is less than or equal to negative 6. Divide by negative 2, divide by negative 2, so y. Now divide by negative, you have to change direction. So change direction, and this will equal to 3. Okay, and make sure you drop down the or, you got to have that. Okay, this one over here, again, let's go and get a variable to this side, so plus y. Okay, and this will cancel, and I'm going to move the 10 to this side, so minus 10, so this will cancel out. Okay, so you're going to get 4y is less than negative 6. Okay, divide by 4, divide by 4. So you're going to get y is less than negative 3 over 2. Okay, so I can get your 2 numbers, so that's your negative 3 over 2, and that's your 3. So you don't have to make all nice number line. Okay, Okay, so again, I'm going to color code. Okay, so you want to double check because sometimes the answer may be different. Okay, sometimes this may be the final answer, sometimes it may not. Because sometimes when you combine, you're going to end up with all real number. Okay, so just be aware of that. Okay, so this is going to be greater than, so it's going to go this way. Again, it's going to be a dot. Okay, and then the blue one. Okay, so it's -3 over 2, and open circle is go this one here. Okay, and then your final answer, you have to apply the OR. Okay, the OR means it can be in blue or pink, means everything. So everything, that's what you get. So this is this is that. So this, in this case, does not change. Okay, so that's your answer. Okay, in some situation, if you have, a situation like this. Okay, so we're done with this one. If you have situation like this, and then you have situation like, like this, and you have an OR, that means you're going to end up with the OR means can be in pink or blue. So so that means everything. So you're going to end up with this. In this case, the answer would be all real number. Okay, in this situation. So you have to be careful. That's why you always want to sketch and check. Because if you have this situation, then this is not going to be your final answer. This would be the final answer. So just be aware of that. Okay? Okay.